What up, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and I'm here just chilling, chillaxing, maxing, relaxing. Actually, not really. My back really fucking hurts. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, I am on my lunch break, and I thought about doing a trailer or a promo video for my David Howard Thornton interview that's coming up on March the 13th. But I decided instead I wanted to do it as a live stream. And just because I wanted to interact a little bit with people. I didn't plan it. I just kind of decided to do it now. So that's why there was no event made or anything like that. If you want to come in, that's great. If not, that's awesome too. On the 13th, I am interviewing David Howard Thornton, who you may know as Art the Clown. An awesome dude as far as, acting goes and everything. That didn't sound right. An awesome actor. I love him as Art the Clown. I think Art the Clown is the next horror icon, and I can't wait for Terrifier 2. One of the reasons that I am doing this on the 13th is that the 13th is also my 3-year anniversary on YouTube. And I thought that would be a really cool way to celebrate. Now, I've said this before, but I did do a couple videos prior to my official YouTube start. But they were just like random videos. I didn't have a channel or anything. I just wanted to talk about some things and I put it out on the internet for anybody to hear. But when I decided to sit down and start the channel, it's been 3 years on the 13th. And when I started doing this interview segment, I knew that I wanted to schedule him on the 13th. And luckily enough, he was able to do that. This interview segment is a big deal to me. It really is. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be. Hello, Papa. Hello, Trenchy. What up, homies? I don't take any sort of, I'm not trying to, I guess the word is these days that the kids use these days, man, that makes me sound fucking old, chasing clout or whatever. That's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm doing. I want to talk to the filmmakers because I want to get the filmmakers' perspective. I love film. I love movies. I always have. Not just horror films. I love films, period. I love films in general. Some people know this about me that have been watching my channel a long time. Some people don't. Some of my favorite movies in the world, you think, really? That dude likes that shit? What the fuck? And what he talks about on his channel and all. One of my favorite movies I watched the other night because I got HBO Max and I signed up for it. And I don't have a physical copy of this movie right now, and I'm gonna get one, but I don't have one at the moment. I used to have it on VHS, but one of my favorite movies in the world is Gene Kelly, Singing in the Rain. I love that movie. Absolutely love it. I also love, Sound of Music, and I love fucking My Fair Lady, and I love Notting Hill, and I love Steel Magnolias. So people are like, oh, those are chick flicks. Yeah, they were also my mom's favorite chick flicks, and being raised by a single parent, you watch what your parent watches, and then there you go. So, I've never been one. All right, cards out on the table completely. This is not just a promo. It's just a video. I want to talk to you guys. I know me. I have an ego. I know I have an ego. I know that sometimes I think my shit don't smell as bad as others, even though I know that ain't true, but metaphorically. And sometimes I think that my opinions are better than others. And it's something I've really tried to, work on a bit over the last few years. Really try to open myself up to other people's opinions. But I've never, even with that being said, with that ego being established, I've never been one to really chase fame or, clout, whatever you want to call it. I want to be successful. I'm always wanting to be successful. When I started my YouTube channel, I just did it because I wanted to talk movies. And I wanted to talk horror movies because I followed a lot of horror movie channels. And I love horror movies. So they would bring up points and I would be like, man, I want to say this. And I would put it on the comments. But it didn't seem like it was really getting the point across. I wanted to talk movies. Like, if you go back and watch my first couple videos, man, my first one especially, I had no equipment. All I had was my cell phone to film on. And I was holding it out like this at arm's length, you know. And I'm talking on this video for like 15 minutes, and my arm is all shaking, so I'd have to switch. And then you couldn't hear as well because my hand's blocking the mic, and, you know, and it's just bad lighting, bad, and I sound like such a fucking dork. You know, I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to, like, on camera. And I was being me, but I was also trying to be like the on-camera me or whatever. I don't know. But and then, like, a friend of mine was like, you got to stop saying the word fresh. I mean, but fresh was part of my vocabulary. It always has been, you know. But when I said it, I guess it sounded stupid. And as I go back and I watch the video, it sounds stupid. I feel that I've come a long way since then. I hope I have anyways. I think my videos are much better. I think that I'm much better on camera. The point of all this is that I never started the YouTube channel to become famous. Whether I had 1 follower or 0 followers didn't bother me. I just wanted to talk movies. As long as somebody was out there that would speak back to me and I could interact with anybody, one person, that's all I wanted. That's all I cared about. And then I got bigger and better, and I'm a motivated person for the most part, and I'm also an ambitious person. So yes, if I'm going to have a channel, I want it to be 50 million freaking subscribers. I do. Not because I want to be famous, but because I always want everything I do to be successful. And I have so much fun doing this. What the hell? Man, I don't know you. I don't know your number. Sorry guys, can you guys still hear me okay? Every time that happens, it seems like the audio drops. I apologize. Let me know if you can still hear me. Where was I? Hey Vince, how are you? If that is Vince, it might be Becky. I'm not sure. Where was I? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, so when I started doing the interviews, it wasn't because I wanted, you know, yes, it does help my channel a little bit. It might get me to a few more people if I interview, but I just wanted to talk to people. I wanted to talk to people about what they do. There's a few rappers I want to interview. In fact, I'm going to have a couple on, hopefully this year. But it's because I'm into what is going on. I'm into those things. I wanted to be a director. I always wanted to be a director. I've been an actor in things, going back to, you know, long years ago, a lot of years ago. I did a lot of acting and plays, things like that. And I know that sounds like people like, really, you did? Well, yeah, I did. I liked acting. And then I've always wanted to be in the movies, and thank you to Dave Maggot for making that dream possible. You know, I'm in a movie now because of him, which you can go and check out on the Troma streaming service called Theater of Gore 2. And hopefully it will be out on Blu-ray soon. But I have had all these dreams that I wanted to fulfill, and talking to, I guess you could say, quote-unquote celebrities, because a lot of these people are underground celebrities or underground directors or whatever that I want to talk to. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to gain anything out of it except for my own enjoyment of talking to them about their craft. Which is why in my interviews, I don't do it about, oh, their controversies or their personal lives or anything that might happen, I keep it all about their career. I keep it about their craft, and that's what I want to hear about. Um, so yes, on the 13th, March 13th, that is my 3-year anniversary. It has been a long and strange journey. It's also been a really fun journey. There have been things that have happened on YouTube that I regret. There have been people on YouTube that I regret, and the situations that have been involving those people that I regret. There are some people that I never want to be associated with again, and I really don't even want to be associated with the people that are associated with them, honestly. And there are some people that I'm sad that those things happened. I'm sad that those situations were, even happened, because I cared about those people. I'm very much like that. If I get to know you and I like you and I call you a friend, I do actually mean it. Sorry, I needed a drink there. My mouth is getting dry. I haven't eaten no lunch, but I did go over to Sonic and get a drink of iced tea. Anyways, back to what I'm talking about. My journey on YouTube, now, as I said, with those regrets even with those things that I regret, even with the issues I've had with certain people, it's fine. It's true, Papa. There are some people, honestly, I don't want it to be healed with, you know what I mean? But that's okay. There are some people I do and some people I don't. But even with all of the negative things that have happened, all the trolls that I've picked up over the last year or so, and I've got a lot of trolls now. I'm getting constant thumbs downs. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. That means that you watched my video. It means you had to take time to put a thumbs down. It means that you're interacting on my shit, and that helps me. So, cool. Do it. I don't care. Anyways, this has been one of the best things that's ever happened in my life. I have met and made some of the best friends I have ever had and will ever have. And I'm a person who is very picky about their friends. Very choosy. Going throughout my life, I've had lots of friends. I have a lot of friends. And no, I'm not being egotistical here. Ever since about 10th grade, I'd say, about 10th grade, I was always a very popular person. I was popular in high school, not saying that I was like the popular in-clique kid, but I was that guy that was friends with every single clique, so to speak, you know what I mean? I was also in this clique and that clique and, all this stuff, whatever you want to call it. I had lots and lots of friends. I had friends that were, I had an eclectic group of friends, let me put it that way, because they were very diverse. I had friends of all cultures, all backgrounds, all choices of life, I guess I should say. Like, back in high school you had, at least for when I was in high school, you had your rockers, and then you had your gangsters, and then you had your jocks, and then you had your popular preppy kids, and then you had all this and that, you know what I mean? That's how we kind of defined it. I was that guy that was friends with everybody. I'm not saying I didn't have any enemies. I had some enemies, believe me. I got into a lot of fights and shit. But I still had friends in just about every social circle. And so when I would get into those fights, and afterwards, I would have people's friends going to bat on my behalf afterwards. Like, what the fuck are you doing fighting Brad? What the fuck, man? That's the homie. Why you fight? That kind of shit. So what I'm saying, but those are people I consider friends, but they're more like acquaintances, I guess. The people that I really choose to call friend, that I'm really close to, if I use the word bro a lot, but if I call you brother, you're friend. And I don't know why I'm getting off on this. I'm trying to remember. I'm almost losing where I was going with this. Oh, I remember. But I have made some friendships that I will honor for the rest of my life. There have been times we have disagreed. I mean, everybody knows my core group of people, and don't ever feel that you're left out of that. You're part of that. You're my friends. I have my best friends that I've made on here, people that I consider brothers and sisters. And then there's people that I consider really, really good friends and all this stuff. There's brand new people that I'm just now getting to know, you know. There's people that I have misunderstandings with all the time because we just think differently. I there is, you know, and there's times I've had to apologize for things that I've done that have upset my friends. And I've said this a million times. I really don't give a shit what people think of my opinions. I really don't. But I don't want to hurt my friends. So if it's a friend and they come to me and say, "Hey man, you said this and that kind of bothered me," then I'll be like, "Hey, but it wasn't my intention, you know, but this is why I feel this way and we'll talk." You know, and if we can agree, we can agree, or at least agree to disagree. And if we can't, we can't. And then that's a whole nother situation. But there has always been, like, to strangers and people that just come along, if you don't like what I have to say, fine, go your way. I don't give a fuck. But if you're my friend, whether it's online or in real life, and I've done something I've hurt you or even upset you in the slightest, just tell me. And we'll talk. And that's it. But I have made some great friends here. I have made brothers here. Jason is my best friend in the world, aside from Bill. I love Bill to death, and he's my best friend. He's my brother of almost 30 years. We've known each other. 30 years almost. Jason and I have known each other now for 3 years almost 3 years. And Jason has become one of my rocks. He has become one of the people that I can't go a day without talking to in some form or sense. Joe is the same. Joe I love to death. He is my bro, and he's going to be my brother for life. And he and I, even when we disagree, and I have said things that in private to the guys or to Joe, that I have given opinions on certain subjects, and then he told me actually that, you know, actually hits me right here because this has happened to me. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I didn't want to offend you. But you know, and he's like, no, it doesn't offend me. You had your opinion. And, you know, and we talk. And that's why I will always love Joe, because Joe will always be straight up with you no matter what. Dave is the little brother I never had, even though I think he's older than me. I do have a little brother, but Dave is the little brother I never had. I got lots of little brothers, but Dave is the one I never had. He's the one that is just, he's so much fun, and I love him to death. And he's my bro, and he has made such awesome things happen for me, you know. I mean, this guy put me in a movie, and it's a real fucking movie. It's not a fan film. Well, I'm not saying fan films are real movies. Please don't get me twisted. Well, I meant like it's not a student film, or it's not a something. This is a movie that got distribution. This is a real movie. I'm like, yes, thank you. You know, Dave, I will always be indebted to for the rest of my life, and I will always love him. He is my homie to the end. You know, there are so many other people out there. Jen's Reviews from the Grave, her and Christian, they're family to me. I love them. I absolutely love them. And they have been some of the people that have really just been amazing to me. I've only got like 6 minutes before I have to be back at work. I knew I shouldn't have done this now. I should have did this later. You know, Papa. Papa is such an amazing guy. And he is such a good friend to me, and he's a good friend to so many people, and we don't always agree. He and I have a lot of different opinions and a lot of different views, but we talk about it. We, you know, discuss as gentlemen, we discuss, which is what this world is missing, honestly. You can have different points of views if you will just sit down and talk like human fucking beings, instead of trying to win a shouting match or, you know, be more correct or be the better politician or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It would be such a better place. You know, there is so many people that I have to acknowledge. And like I said, I got to be back at work in 6 minutes, so I can't acknowledge everybody now. But I will. Because I'm going to do like an official 3-year video. I may even do a contest, but I've got a contest coming up already. For those of you that don't know, on Wild Eye Week, during the Slash Brothers stream, during Wild Eye Week, we're going to be doing a giveaway. I've got the prizes already, and I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do for the contest yet, but it's coming. There will also be a new trailer coming soon for Wild Eye Week, and it's going to be badass. But part of this was me talking about my journey a little bit. Part of this is also me promoting the David Howard Thornton interview, which I hope everybody shows up for. This is probably my biggest interview to date, and that's not throwing any shade at the other people I've interviewed. Believe me, Dylan Von Harvey was amazing. I was so blessed to have her be my first interview. She was so forgiving with me and my inexperience. And I think she's amazing. She's just an amazing person, amazing actress, amazing model. She's beautiful, and she's becoming a really cool friend. And Vincent DeSanti, he is an amazing guy as well. And I don't know if he'll ever watch this, but I think I may have said something that may have freaked him out, or may even, I don't know if it offended. I don't think it offended him. He's been really cool, and he's still following me, and he's been awesome. But I said something just in joking about how. Anyways, those people, both of them were awesome interviews. I mean, I talked for 4 hours with Vincent, and he was just so cool and amazing. Such a good guy, and the work he does is amazing. The work that Dylan does is amazing. But this is an interview I think I'm looking forward to the most. When I first started wanting to do the interviews, over 2 years ago, I started thinking about this. The first person that came to my mind was I had to get David Howard Thornton, because Art the Clown and Terrifier blew me away. And the first movie I ever saw was All Hallows Eve. Not ever saw, but you know what I mean. I saw that before I saw Terrifier. Hey, Monty, I'm about to get off, bud, because I got to get back to work. So, in fact, I'm going to start driving that way. I'll still talk while I'm driving. Yeah, I've only got like 4 minutes, but oh well. I can be a couple minutes late. It won't kill me. Or them. I'm never late, so. I am looking so forward to this interview. I can't wait to do it. And then after that, I'm looking forward to Wild Eye Week. And then next month, also, we're going to have somebody on interview that is also associated with Wild Eye releasing, so that way we can kind of keep the theme, going throughout the month. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to schedule them, but I'm working on it right now. We're trying to work out the schedule. So it's not going to be during Wild Eye Week. It'll be after Wild Eye Week. But Wild Eye Week is going to be so much fun and absolutely amazing. Like I said, there will be a contest on the Super Slash Brothers stream on that Friday during Wild Eye Week. The next trailer will be coming soon, within the next week or so, I hope. I'm working on it right now, and I've got some other people working on it with me. It's going to be a blast. It really is. It was so much fun last year. It's going to be fun again this year. Guys, I really want to thank all of you. All of you that are in the chat now, and all the people that watch me and support me, period. Whether you watch the movies, I'll even thank the people that give me thumbs downs. Because, you guys are all the reasons why I keep doing this. I mean, it's fun for me. I love doing it. If it ever stops being fun, I'll stop doing it. But it's never stopped being fun for me. And that's why I do it. 3 years, guys. Just a few more days and it'll be 3 years. Can't believe it's been that long already. Oh, okay. Well, I am getting back here to work. I hope everybody has a great day. For Cody H&S Collectibles, I filmed your video for your contest a little while ago. Congratulations, brother, on 2 years. That's awesome, dude. Guys, I guess I'm going to have to sign off now. I should have did this earlier because there's still a lot more I want to say. But it is what it is. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.